Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. Today's channeled message is nourish or nourishment, any way you want to put it, nourish, essentially. I've been seeing that word all day today and it's led me to take every action I've taken today into a profound realization that I had, and that is how I quiet my mind, how I can quiet my mind. And I just want to share the way in which I do that and if that's helpful at all to you. So yesterday was a pretty rough day for me. If you watch my last video, I started my period and I pretty much had cramping all day, pain all day. I was in bed for really all of the day and having pain every single time I tried to do something. And the lesson I learned in that was just to be rather than do. And what does it look like to just be and allow rather than needing to do all the time. And then today I woke up and I felt so much more energized and doing things for myself. And so when I woke up, the word that came into my mind was nourish. And I was like, well, how can I nourish myself today? And so I usually do like an aloe vera face mask. If you have aloe vera at home, it is a game changer. Like, you don't need, this is my face without anything on it except for a little bit of blush. But aloe vera, I put aloe vera on my face almost every day, just straight from the plant. And I truly don't believe in using chemicals unless you really feel drawn to them. But I do find that there is so much chemicals in everything we use all the time. And so I don't really stand by that. I stand by more plant-based stuff. And aloe vera is just one way that I nourish my body. So I definitely recommend that. Aside from that, I don't know if people do or don't, but there are times where, it takes me hours to get out of bed and even just brush my teeth. And that may sound gross to you, but it doesn't sound gross to me because I love myself in whatever place I'm in. And so if you're like me though, and sometimes it's hard to get out of bed or do things and you want to nourish your body, I really, really take time to floss my teeth thoroughly and brush my teeth, and do that multiple times if I feel like it. And that's obviously entirely up to you. But any kind of hygiene that is not being done fast-paced is considered self-care to me. Like, I take the time to look at all of my teeth individually. I take the time to brush them thoroughly. I really care about taking things slow, and as slow as possible, ASAP. But I really enjoy just going really, really slow. And obviously, I love my teeth. I think my teeth are beautiful. So you can have whatever opinions you want about that. That's up to you. What else? Today, I did my laundry. Things that we do pretty basically, but for me, if I don't feel like doing them, I'm not going to do them. I'm not going to do them until I'm at a capacity, both mentally and physically, to do them. And so it felt really refreshing to do laundry today, to do my hair today, to clean up a bit and just do the things. And I'd rather do them in enjoyment than do them fighting my body. So those are a few ways that I nourish myself. Taking a long shower. I love being in water. I love swimming, but feeling water on my skin is something that really, really, really makes me feel so good. And, just being present. It's one of the times where we're really present without our devices as well. I recommend not showering with music, because you can allow your thoughts to come in unless you want to. You know, sometimes we want different things, but I kind of switch off. Sometimes I feel like it and sometimes I don't, and that's entirely up to you as well. And then the big one for me in nourishment is meditation. Uh, if you're anything like me, I've been on my spiritual journey close to 2 years now, like a year and a half at least. And one thing that getting into spirituality meant was meditating. And when I first started it, I didn't know how to do it. And it was like, you know, I don't know how to do this. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to meditate. I don't know how to quiet my mind. I feel that I'm just laying here, but with practice, truly, truly, you really come into yourself more than you ever thought possible. And so my biggest thing about meditation is practice. You don't have to do it every day, but if you're consistent in doing it when your body feels called to, or when you get the idea to listen to that, because it's likely that your body needs rest, or it just needs some stillness and some slowness in your day. And so take time to do that. But yeah, so meditation wasn't something I knew how to do per se. And it was something that I struggled with for a while. And eventually, more and more, it became like a guided meditation where I could come into myself and come out of meditation so relaxed if I guided myself through it. And that usually looked like words of affirmation, speaking to myself, being grateful and appreciative for everything. I really recommend that. One thing that I'm going to start doing actually is doing guided meditations every week. And if you are someone who watches my videos and you're interested in that, you can comment down below, meditate. And I am in the process of figuring out how to do this, whether that be live or through Zoom. I don't know yet, but if you comment down below, I will definitely give you information to doing a guided meditation with me. But so guided meditations are something I've been doing for a while now, and they're just so powerful for me, like beyond powerful. I come out of them feeling like a different person, and I want that to be something I share with the world free of cost. So if you're interested, please comment, and I will give you information to do a guided meditation with me. But further than that, I spent today nourishing myself, and then that also meant meditating. And I had this circulating question in my mind: how do I quiet my mind? How do I quiet my thoughts? Almost feeling as though it was an impossible thing for me to do, that I couldn't do it. And I was just like, I don't know how to do this. And so I just kind of sat. I personally enjoy meditating laying down. If my boyfriend sees this, he'll disagree with me because he thinks it's supposed to be sitting up, but I don't care what he says. I think meditation looks different in many different ways, and you do meditation however it feels comfortable for you. If that means sitting down, sit down. If that means laying down, lay down. This is something him and I will disagree about forever, and I don't care, because I find that laying down on the ground with my body extended completely gives me so much range to feel emotion and energy throughout my entire body. So if that sounds more comfortable to you, by all means do it. If you would like the traditional way, which is sitting down, by all means do it. Do whatever feels great to you. But laying down or sitting down or standing up, or I don't know, on your head, I don't really care. That and silence helps so much because it allows you to focus inward instead of outward. So if you can find a quiet place, that would be ideal. But I think you can also come into yourself with so much great focus, even if there's noise around you. But quieting your mind. What I realized today was you can quiet your mind by focusing. So the way I did this was I laid down, I sat with myself, I observed my thoughts. I closed my eyes, I was in stillness. I turned my phone off too because I don't like to be interrupted when I'm doing things like that. So turn your phone off if you feel called to do that. And just be an observer of your thoughts first. Don't fight your thoughts, allow whatever thoughts to come to you when they do. And then one thing that I think everybody hears but doesn't always focus on is there's almost a sense of static in your mind, or like a noise in your mind. When you're sitting in stillness and you're laying down, and you obviously have thoughts, but you can also have this sort of static going on in your mind. I encourage you to focus on that. Focus on that completely. And the funny thing is like that, for me, allowed me to not hear my thoughts anymore. I was literally like observing that sound of static, or like sometimes it can be like a pinging ring in your ear. But focus on that. And if you focus on that for long enough, you kind of transcend into a place where you aren't observing your thoughts anymore. And I realized that I wasn't even hearing thoughts anymore. I was just hearing this static noise. And then eventually that even leads you to not hearing the noise if you focus on not hearing the noise. And it was just such a crazy experience for me, and it eventually led me to fall asleep. And I fell asleep for a while, and I needed to fall asleep. And then I woke up, and I woke up with the clearest mind I think I have ever experienced in my life. Like, I was like, oh my God, I'm like, my mind isn't going crazy and chaotic and having all of these thoughts at the same time. And it was so beautiful to just, I could hear that noise, that kind of static noise, pretty loudly, but I wasn't overwhelmed by my thoughts. I wasn't overwhelmed by the mind controlling you. I think so often as humans we allow our mind to control us, but when we focus into the body is such a beautiful place to reset and relax and rest. And you're capable of doing that. You're capable of finding that peace within, the stillness within. You just have to allow it. Allow it, and don't begin with judgment. Don't begin with the idea that you can't do it, because as soon as you create that belief, it's pretty hard to get to it. So quiet your mind by focusing on the static you hear, and then eventually you find such a clear mind. It's pretty crazy. And it's like life-changing. Like, I'm like, oh my God, I could do this every single day. Like, this is so profound. And I just wanted to share that with you all, how you can quiet your mind, how you can allow yourself to be with yourself without feeling like your mind is taking over you, because it only can if you allow it to. It truly only can if you allow it to. So if this video found you, it was meant to tell you to nourish yourself a little more, even if that takes 5 or 10 minutes of your day, even if that means, eating something slightly healthier than you choose to, or taking a 10-minute nap because you feel like you're really, really tired. It looks so different for everyone, and I want to be welcoming of every way in which you can reset yourself and practice resetting yourself, because the more you practice it, the more you allow your body to come into itself, the more you allow your body to feel and be intuitive and have all of these magical powers you've always had really, really come into fruition. And so I encourage you to nourish yourself, allow yourself to quiet your mind. You're capable of anything, you're capable of everything. You just need to believe you are, and the world is limitless from that place, from that space. It truly is. And so if you enjoyed this, give it a like and a comment or a share or anything you feel compelled to do. And I hope this message found you. I hope that you are able to quiet your mind yourself and nourish yourself a little bit more than you usually do. And I promise you truly, truly, truly won't regret it. It truly will be something your body will thank you for in advance. So with that, thank you. I love you all, and I'm so glad you guys could tune in. Thank you.